didn't fade in with violins playing. No perfect lines, no script worth saying. You caught me on a night I was half alright, trying to hold on to what I couldn't fight. We didn't kiss in the middle of nowhere, no slow motion wind in your hair. Just two tired hearts learning how to stand in a world that don't care about a promised plan. I thought love would feel like fire, burn all the doubt, take me higher. But nobody told me the truth inside it. Love don't feel like movies, no music when you walk away, no perfect words to save it when there's nothing left to say. It's quiet in the breaking, no crowd when it falls apart. Yeah, love don't feel like movies. It feels like a real broke heart. We had nights we couldn't speak, both too proud, both too weak, saying I'm fine while we bleed inside, letting distance slowly decide. Ain't no credits rolling when it's over, no clean goodbye, just getting colder. And the truth hits harder than it should. Sometimes love ain't even understood. I thought love would fix what's broken, fill every space left unspoken. But it don't always turn out how you hoped it. Love don't feel like movies, no music when you walk away, no perfect words to save it when there's nothing left to say. It's quiet in the breaking, no crowd when it falls apart. Yeah, love don't feel like movies. It feels like a real broke heart. Sometimes love is staying when it hurts, sometimes leaving only makes it worse. Sometimes both feel just the same, and you walk away carrying the blame. Love don't feel like movies, no heroes, no perfect scene, just two people trying to be more than they've ever been. And when it finally breaks you, it don't play out beautifully. Yeah, love don't feel like movies. It feels like reality. It ain't always roses in the morning, ain't always words come easy. Some days we just sit in silence, trying to figure out what we're feeling. There's nights we don't get it right, and mornings we don't want to stay. But somewhere in the middle of it all, I still choose you anyway. I'm choosing you every day, even when it don't feel the same. When the spark ain't lighting up the room, and the fire don't look like a flame. It ain't about how it starts, it's about what remains. Yeah, love ain't a feeling you chase, it's choosing you every day. We don't laugh like we used to, but we don't walk away. We learn love ain't in the moments, it's It's in what you decide to stay. There's beauty in the hard days, in the ones we almost break, 'cause we're still here holding on to the vows we didn't fake. I'm choosing you every day, even when it don't feel the same, when the spark ain't lighting up the room and the fire don't look like a flame. It ain't about how it starts, it's about what remains. Yeah, love ain't a feeling you chase, it's choosing you every day. Feelings come and go like seasons, but commitment stays when it's cold. Anybody can love you when it's easy, it's different when it gets old. I'm choosing you every day, not just when it feels right, but in the middle of the doubts and the long quiet nights. Yeah, this ain't perfect love, but it's real in every way, and I'd still pick you again every single day. Yeah, that's the kind of love that lasts. Came into my life like it made sense, like everything before you was just practice. We didn't have to force a single thing, it just happened. And I remember thinking this is different, like maybe I finally got it right. But life don't always match the feeling at the same time. We had something real that wasn't enough. You were the right person at the wrong time. Everything felt good, but nothing aligned. We had the love, just not the space to let it grow the way it should have grown. And I still wonder sometimes if it would have worked in another life, 'cause you were everything I needed, just not when I needed you. We tried to hold it together anyway, like timing was something we could change. But you can't build forever on a moment that won't stay. We both had roads we couldn't leave, things we couldn't undo. Loving you the way I did still wasn't enough to choose. We didn't fail, we just ran out of time. You were the right person at the wrong time. Everything felt good, but nothing aligned. We had the love, just not the room to become what we were meant to be. And I still think about what it could have been if life slowed down, 'cause you were everything I needed, just not when I needed you. Sometimes love don't end, it just stops where it is. You were the right person at the wrong time, and that's the part I can't rewrite, 'cause we didn't break from not trying, we just couldn't get it right. Yeah, some people don't leave your heart, even when they leave your life. We don't always say it right. Sometimes words come out like knives. We don't mean half the things we say, but they don't just fade away. There's a line you don't see till you cross it in the heat, and once it's out you can't pretend it didn't cut too deep. It ain't the fight, it's how we fight. 'Cause the way you fight matters more than who's right in the end. You can win every argument and still lose what you had. You can raise your voice louder or tear each other down, but love don't survive when respect ain't around. Yeah, it ain't about the anger or the things that God said. It's the way you fight that decides what's left. We both slammed doors before, said things we can't ignore, tried to prove a point so bad we forgot what we had. There's a difference in being hurt and trying to make it worse, between holding on to love or dragging it through the dirt. It ain't the pain, it's what you do with it. 'Cause the way you fight matters more than who's right in the end. You can win every argument and still lose what you had. You can say what you're feeling without breaking the ground, or leave scars in a moment that don't heal over time. Yeah, it ain't about the anger or the things that God said. It's the way you fight that decides what's left. Some words don't fade, some lines don't mend. You don't forget, you just learn to pretend. Yeah, the way you fight matters when it's love on the line. It ain't just about now, it's about what survives. Yeah, some fights don't end things, but they change them forever. I said I love you like it covered everything, like words could fix what I was missing. I showed up halfway, called it enough, never saw what you were giving. You were patient with my distance, tried to meet me where I stood, but I was loving from my habits, not the way I should. You didn't ask for perfect, just something real. I loved you wrong, even when I meant it right. I gave you pieces of me, but never my whole life. I held you close, but not the way you needed me to. Yeah, I said the words, but I didn't follow through. Now I see it clear, what I couldn't see back then. I didn't love you bad, I just didn't love you right. I thought being there sometimes was better than not at all. Didn't know inconsistency still feels like a fall. You needed something steady, I gave you highs and lows, and I didn't understand that love is what you show. You were asking for presents, I was giving excuses. I loved you wrong, even when I meant it right. I gave you pieces of me, but never my whole life. I stayed just close enough to make it hard to leave, but never close enough to be what you need. Now I see it clear, what I couldn't see back then. I didn't love you back, I just didn't love you right. Oh, it's a hard thing to admit, you were the reason it could have worked, and I was the reason it didn't. Yeah, I loved you wrong, and I hate that it's true, 'cause you gave me your best, and I gave you what I could. Yeah, and sometimes what I could ain't enough for love. We don't argue like we used to, we don't laugh like we did. We just move around each other like we're used to this. Same side of the bed every night, same work, same routine, but something in it feels different from what it used to mean. We got used to the silence and called it peace. Yeah, comfort ain't connection, just 'cause we stay don't mean it's right. We stopped reaching for each other, now we just pass the time. We ain't broken, we ain't fixed, we just somewhere in between. That might be the hardest place two people ever be. Yeah, it feels safe, but it don't feel like love to me. We don't say what we're thinking, 'cause it might change things. So we keep it all inside and let it quietly sink. There's no slamming doors anymore, no words we regret, but there's nothing left to fight for, and that's worse than it gets. We We stopped being honest just to keep it calm. Yeah, comfort ain't connection. Just 'cause it's easy don't mean it's real. We learned how to live together, but forgot how to feel. We ain't falling apart, we just don't hold on tight, and slowly turning into strangers right beside each other at night. Yeah, it feels safe, but it don't feel right. The scary part ain't losing you, it's realizing we already did. Yeah, comfort ain't connection, and I'm finally seeing the truth. We didn't fall out of love, we just stopped choosing to. But we didn't stay in love. I saw the hurt before you said it, in the way you shut down slow. Every time I tried to reach you, you were somewhere I couldn't go. I stayed longer than I should've, told myself you just needed time. But you can't build something steady on a heart that won't align. I gave you patience, you gave me distance. You can't fix broken alone, no matter how much you care. You can hold on with both hands, still feel like nobody's there. I tried to carry the weight of what you wouldn't face, but love don't heal a wound if you won't treat the pain. Yeah, I gave you everything I had, but I couldn't fix you alone. You said you tried, and I believed every time you let me down. I kept hoping things would change, but we kept going in circles around. I made excuses for your silence, turned your absence into grace. But the truth is love gets tired when it's the only thing in place. I kept showing up, you kept pulling away. You can't fix broken alone, no matter how hard you try. You can give your whole heart and still watch it run dry. I stood there in the middle of everything you couldn't say, but love ain't strong enough when one side walks away. Yeah, I gave you everything I had, but I couldn't fix you alone. Some people don't need love, they need healing first. You can't fix broken alone, and I had to learn that slow. Sometimes letting go is the only way. grow. Yeah, I wasn't wrong for loving you, just wrong for thinking it was enough. We talk about the simple things, what to eat, where to go, but never about the heavy stuff we both already know. You say it's fine, I say it too, like we're keeping everything safe. But there's a truth between those words we're too careful to face. We keep it quiet so it don't break. It's what we don't say loud enough that slowly tears us down. All the words we keep inside still echo when it's quiet. We avoid the hard conversations just to keep the peace. But silence don't mean nothing's wrong, it just means it runs deep. Yeah, it ain't the things we said that got us here somehow. It's what we don't say loud enough. We've gotten good at looking fine, even when we're not. We learned how to change the subject before it hits the spot. There's questions we don't ask no more, answers we don't give. We're living in the space between what we feel and what we live. We call it calm, but it's just distance. It's what we don't say loud enough that slowly wears us thin. All the truths we leave unsaid still settle deep within. We think we're holding it together, but we're just holding back. And every quiet moment pushes us a little off track. Yeah, it ain't the fights we had that brought us to this now. It's what we don't say loud enough. Honesty hurts, but silence costs more. It's what we don't say loud enough that finally breaks the line. Not in one big moment, but 1,000 little times. Yeah, we didn't fall apart, we just stopped saying what mattered. I used to think time could fix it, give it space, let it breathe. That if we ever really meant it, we'd find our way eventually. But time don't always bring you closer. Sometimes it makes it clear that what you had was real back then, but it don't live here. We said maybe someday, but someday never came. Some love don't come back, no matter how much you wish it would. You can hold on to the memory, but it don't bring back what you lost. We had something real once, and I won't take that away. But not everything that mattered is meant to stay. Yes, some love don't come back, and that's just the truth you face. I've gone over it 1,000 times, what I could have done different. But you can't rebuild a moment that's already been spent. We changed in ways we had to. Life pulled us separate ways, and love don't always survive what people become with age. We didn't lose it all at once, we just didn't find it again. Some love don't come back, even when it felt that strong. You can try to revisit it, but it don't feel like it belonged. We had something real once, and I'll always respect that part. But not everything that's beautiful is meant to restart. Yeah, some love don't come back, and that's what breaks your heart. Closure don't always come. Sometimes you just understand. Some love don't come back, and I finally let that be. Not everything you lose is meant to be retrieved. We didn't get another chance, and maybe we weren't supposed to. If I ever love again, I won't rush into the feeling, won't mistake a spark for something that ain't steady or revealing. I'll pay attention to the silence, not just what's said out loud. 'Cause I've learned the quiet moments tell you more than any sound. I used to chase the feeling, now I look for the truth. If I ever love again, I'll love different than before. Not just with my heart wide open, but with what it's open for. I won't ignore the little things just 'cause it feels right then. Yeah, I'll love with more than hope. If I ever love again, I won't try to fix what's broken, that ain't mine to repair. Won't stay just 'cause it's familiar, or because I'm scared. I'll choose someone who chooses me without hesitation there. 'Cause love shouldn't feel like guessing if somebody really cares. I used to hold on too long, now I know when to let go. If I ever love again, I'll be honest from the start, not just saying what they need to hear, but what's real in my heart. I won't lose myself in trying to be everything I'm not. Yeah, I'll love with more than feelings. I'll love with what I've got. Love ain't about finding the right person. It's about being the right version of yourself. If I ever love again, it won't look the same as then. It'll be slower, it'll be real, it'll be built not just to feel. Yeah, I'll still believe in love, just not the way I did back then. Yeah, I didn't lose faith in love, I just found the truth about it.